You might be familiar with AI coding agents, or at least heard about AI coding agents if you are a developer or programmer, and the popular ones like Cloud Code, which works with anthropic models like Sonnet, Opus, and recently the Fable or Mythos series of models. You might have also heard about Codex, which is from OpenAI. It similarly works with OpenAI models like GPT-5, 5.1, 5.2, and now 5.6. These are coding agents which are tied very tightly with the models provided by this particular provider, Codex or OpenAI models, and Cloud Code for anthropic models. Today we'll look at an open source coding agent. The previous two, like Cloud Code and Codex, are not open source, so we don't know what's happening inside these coding agents. And the open source AI coding agent like OpenCode makes it very transparent what's happening behind the scenes and what are the tools being used, what is the logic that is used to orchestrate the coding workflow, and that's why this is interesting. And this open source AI coding agent, OpenCode, works with any provider. So it also works with anthropic models, it works with OpenAI models, and it also works with other providers. Alright, first things first, installation. The OpenCode is incredibly lightweight. You can just open your terminal and install it. But it does have a few requirements, so it needs a modern terminal. I'm talking about Ghosty, Alacrity, Kitty, any of these modern terminals. You're good to go. And installation is just one single line. You just copy this, put it into your Ghosty terminal or whichever modern terminal you have, and that's it. So this is now installing. Alright, now you're in. So it has added OpenCode to the path, and since we are not refreshing the terminal, let me just refresh this ZHRC file, and I could go into my directory and run this command. Okay, so I'm in my test OpenCode directory and I can just type OpenCode. There it is. This is OpenCode and this is how it looks. OpenCode is provider agnostic and it's the open source AI agent, as the name suggests. It's not bound to any of the providers, like Cloud Code is bound to Anthropic and the support is mostly for Anthropic models. OpenCode is free to use with any provider, and you can hook it up with OpenAI, you can hook it up with Anthropic, Grok, whatever you want. And the best part is OpenCode itself is a provider and it gives you free models, and that's what we want to use. Let's try it out. So you can go to Connect Provider, and OpenCode Zen is the recommended one because that's the one that OpenCode provides free models out of. Just hit enter and you need to go to this particular URL and we can get API key from there. So here I'm in the OpenCode Zen. I need to log in. Okay, here I am logged in, and as you can see, I could enable billing if I need to. Since I'm only using the free models, I don't need to enable billing. If you need, you can do that. And as you can see, my current balance is 0 and I intend to keep it that way by using only the free model. I can directly go into Zen here and see all the available models, and if you wish you could also bring your own key from other AI providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini. Yeah, you can configure them here. If you feel that you want to restrict yourself to a certain family of models, you can of course disable some of them. I don't care. I want to use anything that is available and that is free, so I've enabled all of them. And here you can see that some of them are tagged with this free name. So what I could do is I could disable everything that is not with the free name here, and let me search. So there are about 6 free models, and I would restrict my usage to these 6 models when I connect. And how can I connect this OpenCode Zen to my OpenCode terminal? You need to copy this API key. If you don't have one, you can just create one and copy that. Go back here, paste it in, submit. That's it, you're done. So OpenCode Zen has a lot of models and you can see all of them here. By default, it has picked up this free one called Big Pickle. I don't know what's the model behind it, but it's free, so I will use it. And there are also a bunch of other free models. Like I said, you can filter them by using this free command, and we get a lot of free models, and these are frontier models. These are huge models. So if you go to artificial intelligence analysis dashboard, you can see that a lot of these models are quite good. Or so if I look at intelligence, let's look at the models that are available under this free license. So we have Mimo, Nemotron 3 Ultra, DeepSeek V4 Flash. So Mimo is here. It's not too far, or maybe the top 5 open models. Then you have DeepSeek V4 Flash, which is somewhere here, and Nemotron Ultra or Nemotron 3 Ultra, which is here. So these are really at the top 10 models. Of course, if you can pay for it and if you can get a max subscription of Cloud or GPT-5, sure, go ahead and use the paid models and spend your money. But I don't want to do that, and I don't think you should, since there are also good enough open models that are available for free. So this is what I would recommend. For now, I will use the Big Pickle model. I found it quite good for the task that I did. I don't know what's the model behind it, but it's quite cool. Now we have the free models set up. Let's test this out. If I have the connection running. So as you can see, it responds correctly and the free model does work for me. And here you can see that it thought for 400 milliseconds, but I don't see the thought process that went inside it. So I could go and select this slash command slash thinking. That would expand the thinking. I like to see the details of what the model thought about. In case it's thinking wrong, I can correct it. And so I keep it on, and this is one of the first slash commands that we'll see today is slash thinking. You can enable it, disable it, however you like. On the right side, you can see that there are some important details that could be interesting for you if you want to keep track of how many tokens, what's your spend, and if there are LSPs. Right now, I don't have our LSPs configured here, and I don't need the detail here and here. Since it's available at the footer, I can use this. I don't need this. The session name is fine if I don't see it every time. So I will try to disable this particular sidebar here, and one of the ways to do that is Control P gives you a list of commands, and looking for sidebar you can hide it. So the shortcut for that is Control X and then B. So let's try the shortcut. It's Control X and B. So this would help us to enable and disable the sidebar and hide and show the sidebar. So that's out of the way. Now we can look at what we can build with this. Of course, if you want to start off with renaming your session or something like that, you can also do that. It's possible here, just slash rename, and let me just write this. One of the first things that I would like to try is this shooter game, and let me try to build it out. To avoid making this video too long, I'll continue in the next video some advanced developer workflows and usage patterns of OpenCode. How you can start a project, in this case the shooter game project, and how you work through different iterations for different features, and then how you clear and start a new session for a new feature. We'll go through this developer workflow in the next video. Please watch that. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, you know the drill. See you in the next one.